Hi guys, it's Alicia. I mentioned the other day that I would be doing a tutorial and I didn't quite say what it was on. This tutorial is going to be on how to advance your flexibility and practice in dancer's pose while you're hula hooping. So this is kind of from beginners on. Anybody that wants to increase their flexibility, there's going to be some stretches in here for our shoulders, for our quads, for opening up our back, so some back flexibility as well. This is really important. You have to be warmed up before you start. I don't want anyone hurting themselves just because they were impatient with warming up, so go spin your hoop for 10 minutes or whatever and come back here and check it out. Thank you. So just to continue warming up here, we're going to get our back warmed up a bit because we'll be doing some back bending. So we're going to work on cat-cow pose and then to cobra, just to get a lot of mobility in our spine here. So come onto all fours with your legs about hip width apart, put your hands on the ground. You're on all fours, your back's flat, look up, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, down. When you do this, you're going to be tilting your pelvic forward on the exhale right here. And try and push the floor away with your arms and shoulders and feel that. Kind of awaken them because we're going to be using our shoulders and opening our shoulders in the next sequence. Now up onto our toes into down dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Stay here for a bit. Press your thighs into the earth. Keep your shoulders up. Keep your chest open. Keep pushing your hands down. Breathe. Toes under, exhale up. Now you can do that as many times as you want until you feel really good in your spine. You could start down here if your wrists and arms aren't too prepared for that. And gentle on the arch in your back. Keep pressing your hips down. Breathe. You can inhale up and walk your hands in. Hold it here. Lay back down. Up again. And the more you walk your hands in, the more of a back bend you're going to get in your back. So you might not start as deep as I was, you may start way lower, but be gentle and listen to your body. If you feel something that's not comfortable, don't go farther, just feel it. Embrace that feeling, embrace the journey. When we get hurt, we gotta take like 10 steps back, and that's never fun. So yes, please be patient. Next one we're gonna do cobra, and we're just gonna put our feet back and try to touch our feet to our head. Back down. Be pressing your thighs down, pressing your hands down. Keep your shoulders nice. If you have it in you, you can tilt your head back a little bit. Exhale. And come back onto your knees into child's pose. Squeeze your thighs together and you'll feel a release in your lower back. Breathe here. You're gonna come up now. So if you don't know what pigeon pose is, we're up on our fours. You can go into down dog if you like. You're gonna step I'm just going to do one side, so I'm just going to step my left forward. up in front, and my back leg is down, pressing into the earth. You want to keep your whole body active when you're doing these things. You can feel what it's really like to be completely aware. So you want to make sure that your back leg is straight, lined up with the side of the mat, parallel. We don't want to have our hips open. That's how you get hurt. We want to go for squared hips, which is keeping your hips closed, squared. If you're feeling a little bit unbalanced, you can reach over to the opposite side. Do a little gentle twist. Breathe. And come back. That should help you feel a little bit more straight in your hips. The main thing we want to focus on is squared hips, or else we're going to potentially hurt ourselves and put strain onto our lower back. It doesn't need to be there. So we up like this. You can stay here for 5 breaths or however many you like, till you start to feel comfortable and feel the stretch sink in and everything loosen. You can come forward onto your forearms, put your head to the ground if you like. Still focus on that stretching, that opposite direction, feeling out where everything is, feeling in your arms, your front leg, and your back leg, keeping all parts of you activated. Inhale up. Now I'm going to go for a variation of pigeon, which is kind of advancing to king pigeon. It's called mermaid pose. You can open your hips a little bit for this one. Turn to the side. So I'll turn a little bit to face you, reach my hand back, grab my foot from the inside. And this is what we're going to be doing when we do dancer's pose. We'll be grabbing our foot from the inside, putting it aligned on the inside. You can hook your foot inside your arm and your elbow if that's available to you. You'll feel this right in your shoulders, right in your hips. Remember to keep them pretty tight, nice and aligned. You don't want to open all the way back. I don't want to be like facing you with my leg up like that, because if I put a back bend into that, it's a possible way to throw your back out. So, all parts active. Feeling up my front leg, my back leg, putting it down. This will help you when you want to do the splits, especially, and help you get there. This feeling of stretching out in all directions. And to come out of pigeon, we are going to tuck our toe under in the back, press through our hands and our shoulders, and step back. Now you can go down and back into child's pose to release our lower back. Backbending is mostly a practice of arching beautifully. We're going to practice what it's like to push our hips out and twist our ribs up, tilt our ribs up. So we'll put our hands right here on our ribs. Breathe out and just push that. Just feel that arch, because our ribs and abs do the controlling of all of this, as well as our hips and our whole body. But a lot of it is in our abs and our core and our back strength, and to be able to support our bones while we do these. So we're simply going to do camel. Put your hands here where they were. Exhale. Start at the bottom. We're going to push, tighten our thighs, push from our butt. We're not going to flex our bum. We're just going to push out our thighs and use our front. Lean back and grab your feet. If you can't grab your feet when they're flat, you can have them up onto your toes. As you're doing this, remember to push out from your quads. Push out, push your chest out, create that arch. Now to come out of this, we're going to do the same thing we did to get into it. We're going to gently push up. One vertebrae at a time, back down to child's pose. Now, we're going to hop through our hands. Sit like this. We're going to lay back and we're going to do simple bridge. Your feet are down by your hands. Straight up. At a 90-degree angle with the floor. You're going to press into your feet, into your shoulders. Press up, breathe, use your core strength, use that strength from pushing the floor away. If you're comfortable here, you can walk closer, you can grab your ankles. Just breathe here for 5 deep breaths. Push up, feel what it's like to push your muscles. Remember, keep everything activated. If I was to lift my hand here, there would be an arch because we're creating that bridge. We're creating that arch with using our ribs, our entire spine, down from our legs, everything in our core. To get down, we're going to roll down one vertebrae at the time from our top. It should take you a good few seconds to get down into that. You're going down so slowly. Feels really good. And when you get down, you're going to pull your legs up. Give yourself a big hug. Rock around here if you like. Come on to our right side. We're going to roll up. Now with back bending, it's really important that we do some work to our core after. We can't just simply be back bending and not have any core strength. When you bend back, you're going to want to bend forward. That's why we always do a child's pose after. Now we can do just a forward bend. If you can't touch your toes, that's cool. I couldn't up until 2 years ago, so it's okay. It's really okay. As long as you're sitting straight with your legs out in front of you. If that hurts, you can put a pillow underneath. Some kind of bolster. Practice pressing down. Press your legs down, keep them activated. Sit up straight. Use your core to sit up straight. Inhale. Exhale. Use your core to pull you forward. If you can't touch your toes, if you're here, that's fine. Don't worry about arching your back to get there. Use your body. Practice the image of folding your chest over your knees. Pushing down, everything activated. Inhale up. You probably feel that in your abs. And that's why we do it. This is another thing that I do for my ab strength. It's pretty simple. I do this like every night quite a bit. It helps you really get the fire in your core, in your solar plexus, in your life force, energy. You feel it after when you relax. So before we move on, I'm going to show you some ab strength workouts. So I'm happy that you stayed for this. Thank you. We're going to lay back, bring our knees up, and put our legs up in the air. Squeeze your thighs together. This part's really important. Squeezing your thighs together and pushing yourself into the ground here to create your flat back. Pushing your spine in. So we're here at a 90-degree angle, or as much as we can. We're going to exhale, put our leg down. Don't touch the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, the other one. Inhale up. We're going to keep doing that. As we do that, we're going to be building core strength and strength in our legs and our hips and our thighs from continuously pressing through and bringing our legs up. You can do as many reps of this as you want. At first it doesn't feel so good, but when you embrace the feeling of working your core and working yourself, you'll want to keep going with this. Well, I'll just finish right here. Pull my legs into my chest. Lay my feet out. And breathe. If you're breathing deep versus sweating from working your muscles in your body, that doesn't only help us focus, it helps our stamina. It helps us be able to endure this longer and continue to push ourselves and keep going and feel what it is to have a full body workout just through stretching and yoga. I don't even go to the gym. I do this. This and a little bit of hula hooping. It's been a bit less lately, but this is it, and this is what it is. This is what our bodies are for. You don't have to be small. It doesn't matter what size you are. We're all human. This is what we're for. I've always been self-conscious about my thighs. And just recently I had a bit of an awakening in myself when I started to notice that my yoga's been paying off in my body. And I'm like, well, maybe all this time that I've been self-conscious about my thighs and about how I had no muscle in there, or it looked like they were bigger than the rest of me, maybe that's because it was space for me to create this body that I love and sculpt it. Just extra space to be able to do that, because if that wasn't there, then I couldn't build the muscle on it, and I couldn't love this body, and I couldn't learn to love it from embracing my flaws and working for them. We all have flaws, and they're what makes us individuals and makes us who we are. So if we do things to feed into those things that we're self-conscious about, and to feed into those parts of us that we don't really like and we feel insecure about, but we do something positive, you never know what could happen. You don't even know the love that you can have for yourself until you start to dig for it and work for it. And it's really important to be showing up for yourself every day, and if not every day, as often as you can, because self-love is really important. And you deserve it. Everyone deserves it. You deserve to be able to be the light that shines on others in the world.